Hi everybody, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. I know I've been a little bit absent, but let me just start. I just have a video that I want to go ahead and post, and it's just about creating cozy for yourself in your home, and some of the things that you do to create that environment. And I've wanted to post the video since Thanksgiving, but things kind of just took a turn downhill, and I just want to say I just hope that you all had a great Thanksgiving. We had just a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was worth all of the preparation, and I just felt like I was so on top of it that Thanksgiving Day actually turned out to be pretty easy. The food was wonderful. It was great. One fail, and that was with my dessert that I make all the time, strawberry pretzel salad. But I used a different version pretzels. I used the gluten-free pretzels because I love them. I eat them all the time. That's what I have for my preferred snack. They're just so crispy, and I thought, well, I'll bet that they would be really good in this. And yeah, without the gluten, they were soggy. My husband, who never refuses to eat, even if it doesn't taste quite right, he'll still eat it. But boy, he said, I can't do it. He took one bite, and he said the crust was like eating a bed of gummy bears. Was cracking up because I'm like, no way. And I took one bite of it and went, oh no. So we kind of scraped everything from the middle and the top off and just kind of pitched the crust. So I won't do that again. But other than that, all the food was wonderful. The pies, I had fresh pecan pie, and they were pecans from my pecan tree in the back. Oh, that was heaven. And yes, I did indulge, and I had a piece of pecan pie and a piece of pumpkin pie, and then next day that was it, no more. But it was wonderful. It was really nice. I was so tired. I was just pooped. I set the table using my mom's china, which I just love. It's Meakin from England, and it's scalloped edges. The scenery is beautiful because it's from all four seasons. Oh, it's just so pretty. And she recognized the plates and said, "Oh, this must be my china." I said, "Yeah, it is. It is." So that was nice. And then she was starting to act a little funny on Thanksgiving Day. Sometimes when things aren't going right, she just gets really angry and just can't settle down. And so she had a little episode early in the day. So I made her take a nap and lay down, and then she did get up for dinner, and she was, okay. And then Friday, she was, just not good, just, really sundowning, and just what normally happens when patients have dementia and get confused, and, plus she's feeling weaker and a lot of things she doesn't understand. So she just kind of spiraled downward, and she was complaining of a lot of pain in her knees, especially. She couldn't bear weight. She couldn't stand up. So pretty much by Saturday morning, she never really got out of bed. And she was very weak and ate very little. And then Sunday, she still was complaining how awful her knee hurt. She was just like dead weight. I couldn't lift her, turn her, nothing, because the pain was so bad. So I got the nurse to come out over the weekend and, assessed, and they went ahead and put her on some steroids for her knees. She was getting a lot of congestion in her throat and her chest, and she started having a little labored breathing and just not good. So steroids helped within, the next day. She was feeling better. We could at least move her knee for her and her leg. And then by Sunday, she was a little more confused. She was eating a little better, but we still couldn't get her out of bed. And then, of course, as the afternoon wears off, she's really in a panic. She starts getting paranoid and she wants to get up. She doesn't know where she's at. Where's the bathroom? What room is this? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in trouble. So she finally fell asleep that evening on, I think it was, now she hadn't been out of bed all of Saturday, all of Sunday, or Monday. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning, my dog started, fussing and wanted to go out. And I thought, oh, I forgot to let her out before bed last night. So I got up and I let her out, and I was standing out on the back porch, and it was cold. We were having a frost, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's cold out here. I'm not going to stand out here and wait for her. So I went into the house, and all of a sudden I heard all of this ruckus, things falling. And honestly, I was so scared to death, because I was like, who's in my house? My gosh, who's in my house? So I had put bed rails up on my mom's bed when she goes to bed at night. I ran back there and I just thought, I am so tired that I don't care who's back there. I am literally going to knock the living daylights out of whoever's in my house. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was my mom, who hadn't been out of bed for 3 days, standing there in the middle of the hallway, knocking everything over on a cupboard that's in the hallway with stacked up with all of her needed supplies. And I am like, what are you doing? Well, she had, decided she was getting up out of bed and she was going to take herself to the restroom. I don't know how she did it, because she hadn't even been able to walk up until that point. So I had to redirect her back to bed. She was madder than a hornet, because she had gotten a little wet and she was pretty indignant about it. So we got all cleaned up and new jammies on and tucked her back in. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She crawled over the rails. So next day, nurse came out and said, okay, we're going to have to put a bed alarm on for her. And since then, which was last Monday, I've not been sleeping because I have a bed alarm on for her now, and we have an air mattress for her, which makes her so much more comfortable. But I'm just not sleeping at night because I can't trust that she won't get out. And even though I'll hear if she sits up a certain way and gets leverage off of the alarm pad, it will go off. But I pretty much keep myself up and doze off and on. And I know that's not good, but I don't want her falling and having to be shipped out, because that would not be good. But she tried it 2 times to get out of that bed. And the first time I was just shocked. And then the nurse came out, ordered the bed alarm, which wasn't coming till the next day. And then she did it again. But this time I saw how she got out. And she couldn't walk. She was just trying to hang on to something. So I had to block the whole bed, so she doesn't get out. But she hasn't tried it since. So anyways, it's hard when you're a caregiver, and it's hard when they're at this stage, and it's just been difficult. So I just wanted to take this opportunity because my days just are so filled. Since she's not able to care for herself now, I have to set her up, and she still wants to brush her own hair and wash her face, but I have to bring everything to her. She's too weak to have any kind of showering done, so everything has to be a sponge, and so my time is like just dwindled down to nothing. I'm tired when I get a minute. I try to get her in bed early, but if it's too early, then she'll just be restless all night. Tonight she asked to go to bed early. So I have had to hire outside nurses to come in and help a couple of times a week. And then I have hospice help also during the week to help with her bathing. 3 to 4 times a week, but I had to hire a private duty nurse to come in because I have to be able to go out. I have to pick up her medication quite frequently at different times. I have to grocery shop, and I'm just not able to leave her at home because one day I did run out to pick up a prescription that she had to have, and I had her all set up. She did have her oxygen on. I said, no, don't get up. Don't get up. I won't. I'm, not for no reason. Don't get up. I'm only going to be gone less than 10 minutes. Okay. She got up, came home. She had the oxygen tubing, wrapped around her neck. She pulled it down, put it around oh my gosh. So then I knew, okay. Mom can't be trusted anymore. It's just too dangerous. So I do have some help coming in, and today was the first day that I was actually able to have a 4-hour stretch, do some errands that I needed to do, and it was just wonderful not to have to think. I mean, yes, worried, but I know she was in good hands. Love the nurse that's here with her. Just the first time I met her, I just felt like I knew her forever. My mom liked her, so that was good. But she did have an episode. This is like she just bottoms out. Her pressure just drops, and she passes out. And so she had another one today when the nurse was here, and I need the extra help. So my time's kind of limited. I'm not really sure what I can get done, but I'm going to try. So I wanted to post this little video that I had put together before everything kind of turned really crazy. And what a better time than to try to find the cozy. It's important. And today when I was running errands, I was like, oh my gosh, I am going to go to Starbucks and I am going to get a latte, probably the praline, because I love it. And I've had one this year. I don't even think I had my traditional pumpkin spice latte because I just didn't get out. And I never got there because when I was going by that area and I saw the lines, I was like, don't have time to do that because I just had to keep on the schedule to get everything done. And it was the fastest 4 hours. I think that time just went like that. But I have the nurse coming back out on Tuesday so that I could keep a hair appointment. But, it's not priority, but it definitely is something that I just need to do for myself, and it just will help refresh my own mind. And it's very difficult, and I'm a trained nurse. I spent the first 2 years after graduating nursing school working in with just strictly dementia, Alzheimer patients. No others, and I was in a unit that was designed specifically for that. So I do know behaviors, and I know, but when it is your own parent, It is just totally different. Totally different. And it is difficult. So I have to find time to relax. And to me, that means make things cozy for yourself, because it does refresh your mind, your body, your spirit, and that's what I need to do. So even though I was so organized for Thanksgiving, and really was able to get a lot done, I don't think that's going to be the case for the Christmas, and I'm just going to keep it focused on what I need to do for my mom, and whatever I get done, I get done. What I don't, I don't. But I wanted to come on to let you know that I miss you, I miss your comments, I miss just interacting with you, and I'm just sad that I can't do it more frequently right now during the season, but I'll be back, and just don't forget me, I won't forget you, and keep all of us in your prayers, because I do need them, especially now. It is hard. So, but I got out today, so I'm thankful and grateful for that. So I hope you enjoy this little cozy video, and until my next video, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye. I love starting my morning with a good cup of coffee. Oh, it's just that thing that just gets my feet out of bed, smelling the coffee already brewing. And especially on a typically chilly December day, I love a fire early in the morning, putting the Christmas tree lights on, and snuggling up with a Barefoot Dreams sweater. Just the feel of it and the coziness that it just brings. It's so soothing. And I just love being snuggled up and sipping on those first few sips of coffee and closing my eyes and just enjoying the sights and the sounds of the atmosphere at home. And it really says, cozy is here. I start my day off with devotions. It's just food for my soul. It balances me, and it just points me in the right direction for the day. And it is a quiet, quaint time, and it is just that time in the morning that just gives me the best boost. Lighting candles through the house, and then getting dressed in cozy, comfortable clothes. I purchased the top at Old Navy. I'm not sure they're available still, but if you happen to come across one or two of these, I would pick them up, because they're lightweight, but they do bring that just the right amount of warmth. And these are sweatpants that fall below the knee, and they're cuffed, and they are comfy. And I love getting into my kitchen and turning on my KitchenAid and listening to that motor revving up and doing its thing. It just makes me feel happy inside. And it's the time of year that I love to bake for the family and friends and share those baking items with everyone. And today it's pumpkin bread. Some to give away, some to freeze, and some to enjoy. And for my husband's birthday, I decided I wanted him to feel cozy and warm inside, so I made him his favorite pie. This happens to be a Dutch apple pie from the Parisian farm girl from France to the farm, and it was fun to make, and it was even more fun to eat. And it just brings out the artistic side in you. Cutting out little leaves. I can't even draw a straight line sometimes, but I think that this pie is a beauty. And oh, the taste. You talk about just having a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. That says cozy to me. Look at that. Oh, it was so good. That was my husband's piece. There's no way I would eat a piece that big. But, oh, it was just yummy. And on those busy, busy days when I'm in the kitchen baking, I love to cook ahead, like making a big serving dish of lasagna so that we can eat that throughout the week and even freeze some for those busy baking days. I think it's one of the steps that I love to do because it just helps on those days. And this is a nice big bowl. Not mean, not nice. It's ratatouille. And it's a great way to clean up the veggies in your fridge. There's so many ways you can eat it. And I came across a recipe from my Bashful Life YouTube channel, and this is homemade applesauce. I've made it 3 times this year in the crock pot, and it is worth it. It is so delicious, and it's yummy for breakfast in the morning over steel-cut oats and that applesauce. So good. And of course, one of my favorite all-time baking cookies for the holidays and all year, biscotti. And I promise I am working on my video. I did film it, how I do my biscotti. This happens to be pistachio and cranberry. Oh, so good. It's one of my favorites and families, and especially my mom. She loves homemade biscotti every morning to dip in her coffee. And if I'm not careful, she'll empty that cookie jar really fast. Here's another simple, easy, instant pot ham and bean soup. So simple. Throwing those ingredients in that instant pot. It's done. Homemade bean soup is absolutely delicious and good for you, and saves your bacon on those heavy baking days. Soup and a good piece of pumpkin bread. Oh, nothing says a cozy to me like that. It's what I like to do. Cook, make everybody feel the warmth and just the feeling that they're special. A good glass of wine, a hearty dish of lasagna, garlic bread. Oh, it just doesn't get any better. And not only candles give you that warmth inside, but hurricane lamps are awesome and much needed in the state of Alabama, especially after the hurricane season that we went through. So a sweater, a good cup of coffee, it just sits well with my soul. And my reading socks, that's what I call them. Cozy. Don't forget those Tootsies need to be cozied up too. And a good book or a favorite magazine to just relax you, ease your mind. This is me and what I call cozy. And always a candle lit really softens the soul. I was lucky this year that I was able to get my tree at least decorated. I don't have my usual decorations out. Time is short this year, and just busy. Very, very busy. And so I'm going to enjoy what I have out, and as the days proceed, if I have the opportunity, I might add a few more decorations, but it's just very limited this year. But I am determined that I am going to enjoy the tree because there are so many memories that come to mind. I love to reminisce because it does make me feel warm and cozy when I can think of Christmas past and people that have been an important part of my Christmases. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish for all of you to have a very blessed season, a very Merry Christmas, and a very, very cozy year.